Hey everybody, it's Julie. Today we're going to be talking about raising your rates, the simplest possible way to earn more money more quickly in your business. You might think this is kind of like duh, right? But you're going to see there's actually a lot of nuance to it, as always. Because I'm also going to talk to you about how to feel confident raising your rates by building and communicating the true value of your work. So first, special announcement. Today, the early registration for the Replenish Retreat went on sale. It's open. It's in January. And you can check it out. The link's in my bio, so you can learn all about this amazing retreat. It's pandemic approved amazingness. And if you sign up before Election Day, you get an extra $100 off. And I'm going to donate $50 to get Trump out of office. So a lot of reasons to sign up soon for that event. And you can learn a lot more on my site. And then, by the way, if you don't know me, if you haven't met me yet, I'm Julie. I help busy, hardworking, women-identified entrepreneurs like you to transform a business that drains you into a business that sustains you. So you're great at what you do. You've got clients. You're making money. That's not your biggest problem. Your biggest problem is that you're working too damn hard for it. Okay. So I'm here to help. This series is about the 7 most common leaks that are draining your time, your money, your energy, your sanity, and how to close them up. Because when you do, you create a flow of natural energy through your business that helps you accomplish your goals with much more ease and enjoyment. And that's what I'm all about. So here is what we're going to talk about today. Rates. Okay. What I see all too often in my clients' businesses is that, you're super talented, like you're an expert, you're really good at what you do, and you haven't raised your rates in like 3 years or maybe more, right? And you probably know it's time, but you've put it off maybe either because it feels like logistically daunting. Like, how do I communicate it to folks? I got to write a really good email, or should I talk to people individually, or, when I see them, right? Or like, what about longtime clients, or can I make exceptions? How do I do this, right? Or for some folks, it's like, oh, I just raised my rates last year, so can I really do it again? And then for others, it's more that internal stuff. It's like, is my work really that valuable? Can I really raise my rates? It's like imposter syndrome type stuff. There can be like scarcity stuff that comes up. Like, if I raise my rates, what if my clients all disappear? Something like that. Like, that's common. Or, can I raise my rates now? Like in 2020, when people are out of work, I feel guilty doing this, or how do I do this equitably? So it's partially like guilt stuff, but that's also like a really good question, right? And we'll go into that, in this video. So you just put it off, right? You put the raise rates off. The world gets more expensive around you. Maybe you're not hitting your financial goals, or maybe you're not able to hire the staff person you wanted to hire, or the house cleaner or whatever. And frankly, like, you can start to feel a little bit resentful, right? Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. You're raising your rates and giving your clients better service. Awesome. But most people are just like going on as usual because, it's just easier to kind of like stick with the devil you don't know, right? But I think this. After a while, it starts nagging at you. You see other people in your field that are charging more, and you're like, I'm as good as they are, or I'm better than them, or what you're offering is great, right? And not, undercharging undermines you, it undermines your work, and it is like a huge drain to your business, right? And that's what we're talking about. It's draining practically, and it's draining energetically. You could be making a lot more money just by raising your rates like 5 or 10%. So what's the solution? Okay, I'm going to give this to you in a couple parts, because there's like simple stuff and then there's like complex stuff as well. The simple part is like, here, I'm your cheerleader to say, like, just do it. If you've been putting it off, just do it. Like, whether you're delivering packages or programs or sessions or proposals, whatever it is, just decide to do it and do it. It's time. It might be time. It might not be time for all of you, but for a good portion of you, it's just time. Decide whether you're raising your rates for everybody or whether it's just for new clients. If it's just for new clients, change the number on your website and you're done, right? If it's for existing clients, sure, there's a few more nuances, right? You need to communicate it well, get clear on when and why you might make exceptions. You need to decide, are you going to have scholarships, or maybe some other kind of reduced rate. Like there is some stuff to figure out. This is doable stuff. I help my clients with this a lot. But you can just do it. So I'm just here to empower you on that one. And I do actually want to say here, as you know, I'm a big fan of boundaries, but you don't have to be rigid on this stuff, right? Like you can make exceptions for clients you've seen for 10 years who you love, who just couldn't manage a big, or even a small rate hike, for example. Although you'd be surprised, most people are totally cool with it. That's another thing. Most of my clients, they raise their rates and their clients don't bat an eye, or like 99% of them don't bat an eye, right? But you can also create, you can raise your rates and simultaneously create a scholarship program or a more affordable offer. So we're going to talk more about that stuff in the 7th video. We're going to talk about equity and making your business more accessible. So I could just end the video there, but of course I have more to say. So first of all, we got to acknowledge, like I said before, there's the logistical, practical, and technical reasons that we don't do things. And then there's, like I don't know a good process to raise my rates. Like what do I write? What do I say? But then there's also those issues of scarcity or imposter syndrome or, not being able to hold boundaries, whatever it is, right? And you may have noticed with each of these leaks that I'm going through, there's always a practical, logistical side and an energetic, emotional underbelly, right? That we have to deal with as well, okay? So you may need to work on shifting some of those beliefs, right? In order to, dissolving, moving through these beliefs to be able to confidently raise your rates. And we have an amazing mindset coach on our team that helps my clients do this in Nourish and at Replenish. So it's deep work. It's more than I can do with people, right? So that's why I brought on someone to help with that. So that's the first thing. But then there's this whole other piece, and this part is more technical. And it's the part about, it's like a technical, practical way that you can feel more confident and in total integrity raising your rates, especially if, maybe you have raised them recently, or maybe you're a person who works hourly and you're like, there's just a certain point where you're not going to raise your rates even more, right? Like most people aren't seeing a therapist for $350 an hour, right? Unless you're like therapist to the stars or you do something like super duper crazy unique. Like it's possible, but it's not typical, right? So in order to raise your prices, you need to do more than just raising your prices, which was like the first option, right? Which again, many of you can just do. Like you don't necessarily have to do a whole bunch of things in order to raise your rates. Sometimes it's just overripe and you do it. And what I'm going to talk about now is this other way that's a little more complex to feel more confident, to create something different. So the bottom line here is what you can do is you can actually restructure your offerings to create super valuable outcomes, results-based programs that usually last a certain amount of time, right? And then learn how to communicate the value of those programs with your messaging and your marketing, okay? So this is like the core work that I do with my clients, because not only does it allow you to charge more with integrity, but it has you feeling more purposeful. It gets your clients better results, and it creates more time and space in your schedule. So it closes up like 10 of these leaks at once, right? So I also have a masterclass on my website where I dive really deep into this, but I'm gonna just give a brief overview now. So this is the place where we get out of that habit of trading time for money or charging hourly rates or the selling the package of sessions at a discount kind of thing. Now, I always have caveats. Hourly rates are not evil. They are not bad. There are many business coaches out there who do teach to create programs like I am, but they're going to be like, you never have an hourly rate. There are definitely situations where it can work. Like, for example, if you can charge a rate and work the amount of hours that allows you to hit your financial goals, and that's working for you, then great. Like, if it works for you, why change it, right? But a lot of people come to me because that's not working for them anymore. The other instance is if you do really long-term, like proposals, for example, like an architect I work with, then you might need to charge hourly because you could get out of hand and you could end up losing money. But there's other ways to scale your business and make things more efficient in that case. Okay. So, but I'm going to talk about for a couple minutes why certain folks, like most coaches, healers, a lot of consultants, not all, would want to do it this way and like what this looks like. So first, you're going to need to get super clear on your ideal client and what they really want and what's really challenging them. And I know that's like blah, blah, of course, Julie, but like even more clear, right? Even more specific. Okay. And then you're going to design a program that delivers them that transformation, that result, that shift over a period of time. Because let's be honest, it usually takes more than a session or two to get a big result. Sorry if you can hear that screaming in the background. So, right, it's like most likely that the clients that are your most consistent clients are probably getting the best results, right? So you design that program, and then you can start talking about their challenges and desires and how that program offers them a solution. Okay. I'm hearing my daughter kind of scream in the background, and her cousin. There's two of them now. That's probably why they're screaming. So sorry about that. Anyways, so what you're going to end up doing is, what you're going to stop doing is talking about sessions with folks and focusing on how long a session is. Do you want a 75-minute or a 30-minute session? And you're not going to focus as much on exactly which modality, because like, I don't care if you use Reiki or structural integration, just like fix my shoulder, right? And so we're going to start, shifting your marketing messaging to focus on the results, the benefits, the transformation, the change that's possible, right? You don't need to guarantee results, but the change that's possible, okay? And then providing the details about how long and exactly how, that comes like a little lower down, okay? And the right people are going to pay you to achieve the result or the transformation or the shift that they want, or to help them get a lot closer to it, okay? Now, the big bonus here is that once you've learned how to design this program, like this super supportive, transformational, awesome program that gets people an actual shift, and you've learned how to write about it in a really compelling way, you're going to read that page that you wrote and you're going to be like, damn, that's amazing. I got to charge more for that, right? Like the confidence comes, right? And then the integrity comes because you're actually offering something that gets folks better results, right? Like it makes the change happen more easily because you get the container, you get the time with them, and you get the chance to do the real deeper work. So it's all about building the value and then communicating the value. All right. Now here's a little bonus. I'm not going to go into a ton of detail here, but setting the actual price. Okay. We discussed this is, you price based on value. Okay. So like what you provide for the money, like something can cost $12,000 and be like highway robbery, or it can be like a total steal, right? So it depends on what it's offering, what you're offering. So I wrote a whole blog post about value, and I also in that same post offer a simple process on how to actually raise your rates. And so if you want to go, geek out on that a little more, my blog is in the link in the bio, and the post is called The Problem with Premium Pricing. So you can look that up. All right. So you don't have to put off raising your rates. You don't have to put off restructuring your business model, clarifying your audience, their challenges. You don't have to put off writing marketing copy that actually speaks to people. And I would recommend that you don't keep putting it off, right? It does take some work to do this, absolutely. But when it's done, there it is. And you have something more valuable to sell and share. And you can earn more money more easily. So that's what I got for today. If you would like to learn how to close up all these darn leaks in your business and start freeing up more time, more energy, more money to fuel your vision for your life, We're going deep on this on the Replenish Retreat this January. Registration open today. Like I mentioned before, you get a special bonus. If you sign up by election day, you get $100 off, and I'm going to donate $50 to get Trump out of office. So a lot of reasons to sign up this week. On this retreat, we're going to slow way down. We're going to dive deep into each of these areas and literally start closing up the highest leverage leaks in your business during the weekend of the retreat. It's technically virtual, but you're encouraged to get away to an Airbnb or hotel if you can. And the retreat itself will have time in nature, movement. We will not be on our screens all day, I promise. It's going to be really yummy. And also, a little side note, if you are part of my Nourished group coaching program, you come to Replenish for free. So that's something to check out as well. And I'll be finishing up this series in the next couple weeks, the 7 leaks. Look for the next video in the next couple days, and all of them are recorded and they're in my IGTV channel if you missed the first couple. All right, thanks so much. Take care.